1 week, 1,000 new customers. One bald boss.
Gary said he'd do anything to sell cable TV.
For a limited time, get cable TV installed, same day in most cases, for just $5. Plus your choice of premium bonus offers.
1,000 new customers and Gary gets buzzed.
I never said that. If you guys could get me 1,000 new customers, I'd shave my head.
TCI Cablevision is shaving installation prices. Call today for a hookup.
Imagine a driving environment this spacious, with air conditioning, power locks and windows, a cassette stereo. And behind the seats, something truly unique, a storage system of interchangeable bins, trays, and cargo netting. You'd even get a place for an office, all for a lease payment of just $249 per month. Not for a car, but for the all-new Magnum V8 Dodge Ram pickup. The rules have changed.
You're watching KAPP TV, Channel 35, Yakima.
An ABC News brief. Now from Washington, Chris Wallace.
Good evening. New York City police have announced 3 arrests in Tuesday's shooting attack on a van of Hasidic students. A 28-year-old Lebanese man faces 15 counts of attempted murder. New federal guidelines urge doctors to make more use of painkillers to relieve the suffering of cancer victims. Tonight on Nightline, what right does Israel have to the West Bank? And how far will it go to attain peace? And that's News Brief.
If you're going to spend extra time on something, make it variations on Bach, not writing checks. Call 1-800-US Banks.
Let's talk classic. Let's talk classic Jeep Cherokee Sport. Let's talk tough. Let's talk lease. Talk. So test drive a new classic Jeep Cherokee Sport and find out how smart a lease can be.
Pictures from Tacoma and Spokane as the state basketball tournaments tip off. Sports at 11.
Some people are pretty sure they're going to buy a Toyota Corolla DX until they find out the Honda Civic LX sedan gives you power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, cruise control, a tachometer, and a 4-speaker stereo cassette, all standard. And the Civic saves you almost $1,900 over a comparably equipped Corolla. Then they tend to reverse their position. Opt for the Civic from Honda.
Would you like to have more trade and travel options through the Yakima Airport? This week on KAPP 35 at 5:30, see what the Yakima Airport Master Plan plans to deliver to the Yakima Valley. Will growth lead to more flights and lower fares? Will economic prosperity accompany the expansion? And what impact will this have on the local neighborhood? Well, for answers to those questions and more, join us Tuesday at 5:30 on KAPP 35 News.
Watch KAPP 35, where the news comes first.
What are your kids getting from school this semester when schools control birth control? Next, Oprah.
Oprah, Thursday at 4 on KAPP 35.
You're watching KAPP TV, Channel 35, Yakima.
Coming up on Northwest NightCast, federal and state agencies are trying to decide what to do about contaminated groundwater leaking into the Columbia River.
A murder trial is underway for a man accused of firing into a group of people in Yakima. And we'll have the latest in an airliner accident tonight.
Stay up. The news is next.
Hardware and Garden. More of everything.
Keep your yard healthy with Pace. New Life Rid Moss keeps your lawn green. Deadline kills slugs and snails. Rhodey Food keeps plants looking great. Pace at Eagle. Frank Chevrolet announces its factory-authorized 93 liquidation sale. Want to save thousands? Frank Chevrolet-Geo must liquidate all remaining 93s. Over 50 cars, trucks, and 4x4s. $49 down delivers any 93 in stock. No reasonable offer refused. Like this 93 Pontiac Sunbird LE. $49 down, $166.36 a month. Hurry! It all ends Monday. Nobody saves you more than Frank Chevrolet-Geo off Highway 97 in Wapato. If you don't come see us today, we can't save you any money.
You're watching KAPP TV, Channel 35, Yakima.
The following news program is closed captioned.
Welcome to Northwest NightCast, a final update on the day's top stories.
The Department of Energy tonight heard the public's opinion on how to contain radioactive materials on the Hanford Reservation. And for the first time, you'll see where some of that radioactivity is coming from.
With news for the Great Northwest, this is Northwest NightCast.
Good evening. I'm Kevin Shaub.
And I'm Tyffani Peters. Thank you for joining us tonight. Federal and state agencies are trying to decide what to do about contaminated groundwater seeping into the Columbia River. The water comes from springs called the N Springs, located near the N reactor on the Hanford site. The Department of Energy has offered 3 choices to slow the flow of the contaminated groundwater, and tonight they got input on those choices from Tri-City residents. There were a variety of opinions tonight on the cleanup choices, but most everyone agrees that something needs to be done.
That river is now being considered for wild and scenic river status. We're going to be asking people to come and use the river. And we feel that some action needs to be taken to protect those people from a contaminant that was created by man, that didn't occur naturally in that environment.
That is a Heart of America representative. Now, the cost of the 3 options ranges from $3 million to $25 million. Federal and state agencies will now compile public comments and come up with a plan for the DOE. Cleanup work at N Springs could begin in November of this year.
The Energy Department has also given us our first look on another cleanup problem. It's called K-Basin East. Spent nuclear fuel has been stored there, but the fuel is decaying and getting more difficult to control. Roland Barris has more on this.
Is that the river? Inside this ordinary-looking building is a mess of huge proportions. Thousands of spent fuel rods have spent years wasting away in this water-filled basin, a basin that hasn't been doing its job. Millions of gallons have leaked since it was first put into use.
In the late 1970s, this K-East basin leaked, and it leaked approximately 15 million gallons into the soil in and around the basins. Now, the only radionuclides that we found that have reached the river is tritium.
He says the tritium contaminated the river, but at a level above drinking water standards. It's concern over the river that has led DOE officials to make cleanup of the K-basins a priority. Today, the press got its first look. One of the questions I had in my mind when I first came to the K-Basin East is exactly where the fuel rods are stored. The answer is right under my feet. The answer to another question, how to contain the highly radioactive fuel, is almost as straightforward.